In this video, I will be covering the basics to a pike forward roll and also go over some drills you can do. Get excited because if you master this skill, you are one step closer to doing some really cool tricks. Before we begin, here are some of the things I recommend you make sure you can do before attempting a pike forward roll. First thing you need to be able to do is a pike standing, so with straight legs and palms flat on the ground. If you are able to do this, this will ensure that you are not going to pull a hamstring or something as you're performing the pike forward roll, especially at the ending. The next thing you'll need to make sure you can do is an inverted pike. So that's where I'm here, upside down, with my legs straight, pointed feet. The third thing you'll need to be able to do is a pike press. So I don't want your hands by your bum, but closer to your knees. And then you're leaning forward and pushing through the ground to lift your bum off the ground. So I'll show you one more time, like that. And the fourth thing you need to be able to do is a straddle forward roll, because this is the easier version of a straight leg forward roll. Okay, now on to the drills. So first drill I have here is similar to a drill that we use in the tuck forward roll, and it's just to get us used to leaning our shoulders forward. And now it gets a little scarier because in a pike your hips are high, so you're falling from a further distance. So make sure you're doing this drill if you're a little intimidated with falling, rolling forward. So we'll be up here in our pike position that we did earlier. Hands are flat, and I look at my belly button, and then I lean my shoulders into the mat, and I push back forward. And I'll do that a few times. And then once you get confident with that, try it just a little further, not super far, because let's see if I can even push back. It's a little tricky the further you go. So that's the first drill. As you get more confident with that, now we're gonna start adding kind of the roll into it. So I'm in my pike, hands are on the floor in front of my mat. You can also use a couch cushion, pull one of these off, whatever you have at home. So I'm here in a pike, I look at my belly button, then now I lean my shoulders into the edge of the mat, and I push through my toes and just roll up however you feel comfortable. As you do that, you can slowly start working your way down the mat until you reach the floor. And once you reach the floor, move on to the next step. So the next drill I'd like you to try is you have your feet on the floor and your bum on the mat. Straighten those legs, squeeze super tight in your quads to straighten those legs. And then we're gonna push off the edge of our mat until our bum lifts off the ground as far as we can go. Try to put as much weight into your feet as possible. So push, and then we're gonna work our way down the mat. So say I'm about halfway, now I'm here. Same idea, getting my hips as high as I can, okay? So let's say I worked my way all the way down with pressing, and now I'm on the floor. I do one on the floor. Now I'm gonna work my way back up the mat, but this time you're setting your hands on the floor instead of the mat. This is gonna make it a lot more difficult because now you really have to lean forward before pushing. So I lean forward and then I push. Say I worked my way up halfway. Now let's see, where's halfway? Right here. So now I'll be able to put my hands on the ground, push. See how my bum only came off just a little bit? That's how difficult it is. Now, once you get to the top, this is where it gets really tricky. I'm not even sure I'll be able to get my bum even off the mat at all. But the purpose for this drill is just to learn leaning and pushing. So if that's all we get, that's all we get. So I'm here, I'm leaning already, and then trying to push. See? All it is just working for it. My bum didn't even come off. It's just the push that we're focusing on. So the next thing we're gonna do is now add a slight roll to our pike press. So we're gonna go to that inverted pike that we talked about earlier. So I roll upside down, arms up by my ears. My toes are touching the ground, then they're gonna point up to the ceiling, and then I'm gonna push from it, okay? If you're not opening before piking, you're losing a lot of momentum that you could be using. So watch one more time. Pike, toes up, pike. Okay, you can really get your bum high up in the air just by doing that candlestick. So now we're gonna add everything together, but we're gonna start by using our mat because we wanna work our way down. It'll be very difficult to get it on the ground right off the bat. We'll do our lean into the mat, and then when we push your hands off the mat. So we're here, lean, push, candlestick, mat. And see how I stood all the way up from there? Okay, halfway. Sorry, that was loud. Lean, candle, push to stand. Wobbly. If you're not making your roll, make sure you are actually opening into that candlestick and then rolling. That really helps with the momentum. And then also that you're pushing all the way through your fingertips towards the end. So flat hands to start, and then lean and go all the way through your fingertips to push off the ground a little bit more. Oh, so close. Oops. That was close. This is where I personally start to get stuck, is when I'm about 2 inches off the ground, because I'm still working on the timing of everything in my body. I know what it should look like, but feeling it in my body is a little different. So this is where I can get. I'm not sure I'll get it to the floor today, but these are the drills you can do to eventually get there. Oh, kind of, that was almost it. Almost. Whee! Okay, I think 2 is my record right now. I hope you found this video valuable, and if you enjoy my coaching style, I have online private coaching sessions that you can schedule. Just find the link down in the description to schedule one. Keep up all the hard work, and I'll catch you in the next video.